Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, of course. Here we are, continuing my Venice game. So, we have managed to cut off the Ottomans from Egypt directly. And it looks like the Ottomans are reluctant to attack me, but we shall see. We do have another merchant here I should try and distribute. I don't actually know where the trade is. That's awkward. Yeah, so I guess we're a little bit stuck on that direction. Our army is currently... Where are you? Ah, you're actually located in Venice itself. Okay. And we could attempt to expand into Italy a little bit further. But we also do have to be aware that the Ottomans could start a coalition versus us. So let's check in with our allies first. You like us, and you kind of like us. Okay, we seem to be in good shape there. We still, of course, have the large merchant republic penalty, but it could be a lot worse than it currently is, considering we're no longer spending republican tradition to actually elect rulers. We've got a 66 guy. He's pretty good. Hopefully he'll live for a little while longer at least. We still got a long ways to go down here, down the religious idea tree, so yeah, I guess I'll stay with it. My worry is that our Diplo power is very low. Also, I'm really going over the fleet limit, which is something else I have to be aware of. But we're making enough money to be able to afford it for the time being, which is a good sign. And this land is mostly under control. Okay. Just wondering why there is a ship being built there. So we can transport 17 units at once around the map. I'm thinking it might be worth running my army back to Syria, yet if the Ottomans attack, the last place we want to be is in Syria. I suppose I could try and take some of Hungary's land at some point. Oh well, let's improve relations with outraged people. The longer the game goes on, the better off we are. So, Diplotech 10, now we've got a random, another lottery event. Oh, 446. Hey, nice ruler. 14, that's a pretty solid ruler. He's 51, so he should reign for a while, I hope. And, yeah, we should be good there. I really do need some prestige so I can buy some more maps of the region. The Ottomans now have rivaled me, which should mean France will like me a little bit more. Yeah, they already do. How is our trade? I'm curious, because we need 75. We're nowhere near it yet. 19 and 25. So we're not too far off, I guess. Look at all the modifiers on this one province. That's crazy. I'm going to definitely throw down a marketplace there, now that I have the money. Try and get more and more control of their trade node. I suspect we're going to need to take these other two provinces here. Both have additional trade power. Cairo might be a necessity too, just to get the center of trade that is located in Cairo. Of course, I could also upgrade Alexandria's port to a world center of trade. But that's something to consider for later. We're going to take the missionary strength, that way I can actually convert these provinces once I actually move them into a state, or I actually finish the idea tree, because right now the finisher is very powerful. The Pope is calling me to aid to help fight Florence. Okay, I guess I can help. Literally just versus Florence, so there's no trouble. There's no reason for me to get alarmed and send troops. I would like to take Milan's final province here, though. Give myself a little bit more control in Italy itself. Savoy is another option. They're Protestant, so it'll be easy to take them over. Yeah. How in fact are we doing with our... Okay. Holy Sacrament, Saint accepts prayers, and individual creeds. I think that's okay. Since I really don't ever need to spend Republican tradition, I can safely ignore it and just win by lottery constantly. Castile is fighting Aragon and Siena. Okay, I can take out Siena. Let's see, I think I need to make sure that I am desiring these provinces. No, I already am. Okay. If I'm lucky, I'll get one of Naples' provinces down here, or what normally is Naples. The Pope has now annexed Florence, which is slightly concerning, actually. The Pope is becoming quite a player in Italy, which is always a threat, because the Pope is absurdly wealthy, usually. Ooh, that's actually kind of lucky. Ferrara is revolting with 22,000 troops. That might actually gain independence. Curious. The Pope could send their troops. They might win it. But if Ferrara can retake the province, they've got a shot at independence. We'll take the land. Investment. Cheaper tack. If we can get to Miltech 12, we'll be in pretty good shape. Aragon has decided to invade my Greek holdings. Oh, that's annoying. Might lose my stability I just gained. Or fall into debt. I don't really want to fall into debt, so we'll take the stability hit, I guess. Annoying it fired right after I occupied this. Got a stability, sorry. Aragon's going to occupy there. We field more troops than they do, so once we can remove from Siena from the game, we should be able to push down into Sicily itself. Looks like Castile's fleet is capable of wiping out Aragon's, to some degree at least. Or not. Aragon actually has a pretty powerful little fleet. But is interesting enough not actually directly attacking Castile's, which is interesting. Catholic zealots in the south, that's a slight issue. Ottomans have picked the fight with the Orthodox up north. They'll win that easily. Not even going to be surprised. Curious as to why Siena is staying in the war, though, with all their land occupied. Maybe Castile wants it. I'm not going to hand it over to them, though, so they'll have to deal with the fact that they're not getting that. Okay. Oh my. I think I'll take the revolt. The fact that we just lost stability is annoying, though. I'm gonna have to send troops up there to deal with those guys. I just couldn't afford the money loss, honestly. Other than that, it was almost the same. Although I should probably boost some of this so that doesn't happen again. The less they rebel, the better. Did we lose another general, or did I not appoint one? I didn't appoint one. Oh, that sucks. Let's do this. Especially since he's a level 3 general. Siena is out. And Naples is, in fact, should fall rather quickly. Although I'm slightly concerned as to the fact that they're staying in the war so much. Castile's army is somewhat on their way. They're pretty weak though, Castile. Without actually controlling Aragon to a personal union, they don't have a lot of troops early on. Let's get that. We can have superior troops for a while. I think I'll do Tercisios, just to be slightly more defensive. Really need Castile to do something. Unfortunately, the Aragonese separatists have moved to siege Florence, interestingly enough. Oh, we just wiped out all those Catholic zealots. Lovely. Exactly what we wanted to have happen. Although Castile is playing a very dangerous game, marching their troops through past a much larger Aragonese army. Especially when we have yet to actually take Naples. Okay, Naples has fallen, so it's now time to occupy the rest of the Italian peninsula. There we go. I'm going to be very annoyed if they win this. Because a good portion of my lands are being occupied on me. Boy, we're getting a lot of free funding for ships, which is a slight problem. I can't support them, so every time they give me more ships, I'm in trouble. I could build a shipyard, which would help a bit. Should probably be building shipyards everywhere. Venice is, at its core, a maritime power. They're at a 53% surrender here. And they're low war enthusiasm, so their surrender could come rather quick. I think I'm going to need to send this fleet out, though, to gain control of this area. So, Admiral. Pretty good Admiral, actually. We should win, because we have heavy ships and they don't. But I gotta be careful. Could go either way. Oh no, easy victory for us so far. Wow, that was a crushing victory. We didn't lose anything and we took out their entire fleet. And apparently they've decided to move out again to blockade the straits. Smart move. Not really. Oh, loss of manpower. That's frustrating. I will send that fleet back to repair, even though there's no particular need to. Really hope that Castile pieces out of this war soon, though. There's only 2 Aragonese provinces they really, 2 or 3 they want. Besides, I've done 90% of the war score almost. Oh, come on. I need to get further down these religious ideas. Finishing off a stability trade conflict would be nice, but the attrition would also be very, very handy. I still don't have enough ships to fight the Ottomans, which is also very alarming. Of course, the Ottomans being one of our major threats in the game. I need to beat them soon. Milan has allied themselves to Switzerland, which is okay. Because we want to kill the Swiss later on as well. The sooner we can do that, the better. The Aragonese separatists are going good, as are the Lucans. Lucans? I have no idea. Also, thanks for the person who told me that this is pronounced Zeta, not Zeta. Helps to have pronunciation. The game sadly does not give a pronunciation guide, which would help a lot, especially with how big the world map is. Let's throw down another trade marketplace. More trade, the better. Always a useful thing. Let's smash a navy, because we can. Once Syracuse falls, they need to surrender. They have a 99 war score against them. Their fleet is just being annihilated by my troops. Or by navy, technically. Let's pull you back to there. March these guys north. Surely peace will come soon. This can't really go on. Although it can go on pretty much indefinitely if Castile keeps losing really dumb fights. There we go. Peace is done. I got nothing. I got nothing. Lovely, Castile. Okay. I'll use all the favors, I guess. They're going to be able to form Spain now, regardless. So, in that sense, I'm already secured the friendship of Spain whenever it may occur. Nope, let's not fight rebels for no apparent reason. Oh wait, I'm exiled, so I can't fight them anyway. Perfect. Let's focus on Switzerland. We can afford a fight with the Swiss. Oh wait, we have a truce with these guys still. Of course we do. Of course we do. Can't pick a fight with Switzerland directly because they're part of the HRE. Could pick a fight with Savoy though. Might do that. I can return and beat up the Mamelukes now. Oh, okay. Can we fight the Mamelukes though is the question. Answer is no, we really can't. We do have superior morale. We do have superior discipline. I think. They went quantity though. No, they have superior discipline. Ooh. Might be able to win that war, but it's like, why fight a war I don't really need to? Although they are in another war, so I might try to do that. Let's separate these units. Send these guys to protect trade. Alexandria, go home at war. Move these ones to there. I both really want to expand into Mamluk's lands and also really don't want to. Sure, it gets me closer to my goal. It also weakens the Ottomans, but at the same time, it's going to be one heck of a fight. But I suppose I'm better off expanding outside of Europe than inside of Europe right now. So let's go and deal with that. Although I should probably separate out these guys. I might just leave them in Ragusa itself. There we go. Keep sending trade to me. Really need to gain control over Ragusa directly, but again, I'd have to fight the Pope for it. I don't really want to. Let's move our troops to Alexandria. And do we have any claims on the Mamelukes directly? I'm curious. No, so I'm going to have to fabricate claims. It's going to take a little while. Also got to remember, I'm fighting all these wars on my own. I have no allies to speak of. How many cannon? Oh wait, I'll have to wait till they arrive. I suspect I can raise a couple more cannon units. More cannon we have, of course, faster sieging, which is always a good plan. Because if we can overwhelm and take Cairo and their other forts, we can piece them out even if we can't directly fight them, which is an amazing ability. One of the nicer things about this game, and also one of the most inaccurate things about the game. A little bit worried about my constant war exhaustion. I may need to take innovative just to handle the war exhaustion. Plutocratic. Trade. Neither of those are that useful. None of them are that useful. If I were to go exploration, I would get greater colonial range, but there's no real point for me to go colonial. That's the sad part. Okay. Venice receives no trade pretty much for colonial. In order to get trade, I'd have to conquer the whole Genoa node, which is tough because of Castile, Spain. The fact that Granada is still alive, though, is hilarious, to my mind at least. But Castile is trying to change that as we speak. Literally, I look at it and a war starts. Which means I shouldn't look at the Mamelukes at all. Otherwise the Ottomans are going to attack them. Let's do war score versus other religions. That way we can take a little bit more land. These guys are all very offended towards me, which is a problem, though. You know what? Let's get a claim on a Mameluke territory, but let's not actually fight here. Let's go back and fight in Europe for now. I hate running. I planned that whole war, and now I'm gonna back away from it. I just don't want to risk a huge coalition versus me. I'd much rather beat up Savoy if I had the choice, honestly. I'll wait till this regiment's done training, then we'll move back. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there'll be a war this episode. That will have to be next episode, just because we're starting to run long on time. When it does occur, though, we should be able to pick up 1 or 2 provinces. I'm going to take the military hit there. We really need to get another Miltech going, because we are way ahead in military tech. Actually, I should probably just develop some land over it. Some of these are worth developing. I'm just really worried about developing provinces that I could lose. Okay. It seems kind of wrong to spend all that money developing the Balkans if I'm just going to lose the Balkans to, say, the Ottomans. Well, let's do strengthen government first. That we have solid tradition. We are getting closer to another election here. I'm thinking we're going to go parliament because we don't actually have a nobility estate, and the presidential system is just cheaper institutions, which won't help us that much. After that, probably devolution of powers or brought in executives. We'll see what actually occurs. Yeah, we'll see what actually happens. Let's get another claim on the Mamelukes, though. And I think we might attack Savoy now, and it'll just have to continue next episode. We can call in France. This is going to be an easy war no matter how you look at it. Key for us will to not give France land or have them occupy it. I don't think that'll be a problem, but I'll just have to keep an eye on it. We want specifically those provinces. That might be the way to do it. That would still get us almost 40 development. We're already the 5th ranked great power, and that would boost us higher. We're starting to approach France's size. Wow. We do have to be a little bit wary of how many states I'm taking, but I can afford a fair amount more because we have a fair amount of territories in general. I'd have to take 5 or so more there. At some point we're going to want to take admin for a number of states increased. I don't think we get... Do we get an additional states? I don't think we do, which is a shame. Yeah, it doesn't look like we do. Oh, well, that's frustrating. Okay, well, that will be it for this episode. We will likely continue next time. I might shift away from political dynasties, considering how useless it is. Authoritarianism might actually be more handy, because we're not having too much Republican tradition issues. On the other hand, it would allow me to support a larger republic. I'll think about it. So, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.